For decades, what's the very first thing you experience at a hotel? It's the front desk, right? But what if we could completely reimagine that entire process? Today, we're going to explore the future of guest arrival, a future that you'll see is already here. Hello and welcome. As a hotel AI expert, I'm really pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We truly look forward to supporting your professional growth in this amazing industry. Now, this idea of reimagining the arrival, it's about so much more than just speed. It's about fundamentally changing that first impression from a simple transaction to a genuine human welcome. So, how do we get there? Well, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll take a hard look at the outdated arrival process and why it needs to change. Then we'll introduce the really elegant walk-to-room solution and see how it works for guests. After that, we'll explore what this means for hotel operations, which will lead us to our final vision of hospitality, completely reimagined. Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the outdated arrival. And we're calling it a relic of the past for a very, very good reason. Just picture it. You've had a long flight, you're tired, and what's the first thing you see? A line. Paperwork. That whole transactional feeling of just waiting. It's packed with friction. Modern travelers, well, they expect something different. They want an experience that's seamless, personal, and instant. They want to get to their room and start relaxing, not stand in a queue. And that expectation brings us right to our second section, the walk-to-room solution. Believe me, this isn't just a small improvement. It's quickly becoming the new standard in guest experience. So, what is it exactly? At its heart, the walk-to-room experience is just what it sounds like. Guests can completely bypass the front desk. Think about modern air travel, right? You check in on your phone, you get a digital boarding pass, and you walk straight to the gate. This is the exact same idea, but instead of a gate, you're walking straight to your hotel room. So how does all this magic happen behind the scenes? Well, it's really three core technologies working in perfect harmony. You've got a modern property management system, or PMS, that's the hotel's brain. Then you have AI-powered facial recognition, which handles the secure identity check. And finally, Bluetooth technology that securely turns your smartphone into a digital room key. All right, let's move on and look at this from the traveler's point of view. How does this all come together to create a truly seamless journey? How does it actually work in practice? The moment of arrival is incredibly simple. The guest has already opted in and snapped a quick selfie during their online check-in. So when they walk into the lobby, they just glance at a small camera. The AI confirms it's them, and boom, instantly the digital key is activated on their phone. It's secure, it's fast, and it's totally frictionless. Now, I'm sure this is the question on all of your minds, especially as future hospitality professionals. If guests are just walking past the front desk, what happens to the people who work there? And that question brings us to a really crucial part of this story: transforming hotel operations. The key shift here, the big idea, is moving from a transactional model to a relational one. From clerk to welcome ambassador perfectly captures that evolution. The staff member is no longer stuck behind the physical barrier of a desk. Their role doesn't go away. It gets elevated into something far more valuable. And this is the most important part. When technology handles all the boring administrative tasks, your staff is finally free to provide true hospitality. They can now focus 100% of their energy on greeting guests warmly, maybe offering them a drink, helping with any personal requests, and, most importantly, building a genuine human connection from the second they walk in the door. Let's just quickly break down the operational wins here. You can see the staff role shifts from a transactional clerk to that high-value welcome ambassador. The cost and waste from all those plastic key cards, gone, replaced by a sustainable digital solution. And occupancy data, which used to be manual and often delayed, becomes real-time and perfectly accurate. The entire operation just gets smarter and way more focused on the guest. All of this, the tech, the new roles, the seamless journey, it all leads us to our final section: hospitality reimagined. This is really the beautiful culmination of this whole digital transformation. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The whole goal is to create a process where technology works silently, invisibly, in the background. Its only job is to remove every single point of friction so that all that's left for the guest to experience is the pure warmth of human hospitality. The tech isn't the star of the show, it's the invisible stagehand that lets the human connection shine even brighter. So I'll leave you with this thought. As the future leaders of this industry, now that we've smoothed out the check-in, what's next? What is the next point of friction we can identify and remove to make the guest experience even more incredible? Thank you.